It's on the front page. Headlines. I threw prescription in Dior frames. Sunshine. I had the vision back in 12th grade. Lunchtime. That I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. No, hold up. Come on, out the jar, come on. Ooh, savage, that's a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you above average. How many more do I have to from my enemies? They bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, would've had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my, now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know, you short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jar, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed, but with caution, give the proceeds to my God kids. Hold on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop kick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talking about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get the comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my, now who are you?
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and our home team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Now Newton on first down. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Gun. Do something.
Out of the gun, Newton being chased out left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll run with Mack. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sliding out of the pocket. And a first hookup of his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry from Mack. Room to run past midfield. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here we go. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Here's Mack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Come on now.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Here we go. Hey, hey.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got 4. You ready? 180.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. He's going to let this one go deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Newton now to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Hey, get right down. Get right there. Get right there. That's it. 180.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Forced out, under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And taken at the 46. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. A little 360. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On 1st and 10, Newton dancing to his left. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now Mack. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Newton takes it himself, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again. Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
They come out here in the eye. And Newton's going to keep it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton taking it in. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, they get low the line. They did their job. It's the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive.
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
He's going to loft one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And Thomas has it. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, some strong running, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Gallman will run it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A give. This is Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are back within a score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Mack on the toss. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Here we go, fellas. We got three, fellas. We got three.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing, but at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Now a first down throw for Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, do something.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Set. 780. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And that is incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
On play action, they'll throw toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K1 Short in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. A run by Mack to start the drive. And for one of the few here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. And they'll run it here. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Newton to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a handoff. Here's Camara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit deep?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Armstead in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. K1 short in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Newton's going to throw it. Going up top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.